My name's Marty Mongiello, and I may have grown up with black and white television, but I still remember slightly questioning that big guy in the red suit. And I can't complain much because I got my first game computer from Santa, and honestly, it was called Pong. It was unbelievable. My brother Mike and I went crazy playing that thing on the living room rug. So in 1974, when they got the first four computers to talk with one another in America, and Dungeons and Dragons came out, boy, it was unbelievable when those arcade games showed up in 1976. Just 2 years later, and I began coding in 79 before I joined the military, and back then, we were using wooden box TVs for monitors. Heck, that's how I got started and became a White House chef, by watching The Galloping Gourmet and Julia Child. So by 1990, yes, I was on Prodigy, CompuServe, and America Online, building websites and eventually building computers. I've been gaming and designing since the dawn of computing on Earth. I was here for the beginning, and I've moved into AI, AR, VR, XR, and MR, which brings me to today. As a new player in War and Order, I am learning how to conjure and craft artifacts, as well as cast spells. You'll often see me learning my way through as a game character of Audrey Elysium, a known Fey High Elf female paladin knight who has taken the oath of vengeance. And I'm not an old-time legacy player, so I don't know everything. I mind my business often. I will appear in battles with a huge wrath totem and lots of lightning. Otherwise, you might find me peacefully tending to my garden in the sky. I'm Marty Mongiello, and I hope you enjoy my tips and helpful insights for War and Order. That's right, guys. Okay, a little bit of rock music coming in here today. Happy to have you with us again. Going to get right into Elite Wars and some updates and some exciting news with us merging, of course. I'm not going to hide it. We have a huge merger going on. Today, we're going to take a look at War and Order tips and tricks for you. I've got 11 of them coming at you, 11 tips and tricks. And I've picked up a few more from Realm 1652, where I live with my castle. And formerly of Assassin Warlords, we have now merged with OVG, Overwhelming. So if you see that come up and somebody says, gosh, I heard that those guys merged, and yeah, we did. The big merger is in effect. So we have up there, of course, the Assassin Warlords logo, and we've got the Overwhelming logo. So yeah, the classic lips with the bullet in the teeth. The merger is on. I'm going to shrink myself down a little bit smaller. And I did tell one of our guys, Lion Sword, that's him in the bottom right. Okay. Yeah, that's him over there. In case you guys know Lion Sword, he is one of our super farmers. He is a great guy, and he lives in Indonesia. So Lion, we're super psyched to be featuring you. And that would be one thing people ask me. You've been coding and gaming since the 1972, Marty, with your first game. What tips and tricks do you have for War and Order? And I would say, we have so many Asians, so many Muslims, so many black people, so many people from around the world. Even us white folks, wish and dream that we didn't have as many knights on there and as many white people, and that we had more women featured, okay? And we have black friends who are playing from all over the world. And I mentioned Muslims. So, the whole Christian thing constantly, that's a big tip and trick that I have planned, if I was to have any kind of advice for War and Order themselves. Otherwise, I want to get on to the advice section, sharing with you on, doing some of the Elite Wars tips and tricks today. So also big shout out to Wounded Warrior Project out there. We've got a lot of stuff going on where they're making a stream to serve available to veterans who are finding connections again worldwide. And I'm also a member of Invictus, so we appreciate all of that's going on with Stream to Serve. Make sure you check it out at woundedwarriorproject.org. I am a verified member of Wounded Warrior Project. I'm a 30-year retired military veteran. Check it out. We appreciate everything you're doing in Assassin Warlords, and of course OVG now. OVG. So pretty exciting. Wounded Warrior Project, by the way, is streaming and involving veterans and families into the Serve to Stream platform and creating, big meetups and events where veterans who are injured and disabled, and whether you're in a wheelchair and you want to join up, this is kind of exciting. So great news there. And don't forget, I do not claim to be a high-level player. I am not. I am a new player. I think yesterday was day 125, so I guess today's day 126. I'm a new player. I don't know everything, okay? I cannot claim to know everything. Elite Wars tips and tricks today. Going to get into it with some top 11 for you here, and I'm going to break out my Epic pen again. It is quite helpful. Let me share my screen over here with you, and I swear, guys, that my Epic pen is going to cooperate with me today and be a good boy. So bless us, you can see that there. And this is my game, of course. I'm up live playing. So if you see something funny come up, don't be shocked, don't be surprised. And if I disappear on your back here, don't worry, I'm still here. That's just me jumping in the background to give you more screen so that you can see even more. And at times I may actually inflate this even bigger for you. Okay, so let's jump into it. Number one, if you're asleep or you want to go to sleep and you say like, man, there's no way that I can be there for Elite Wars, bro. Okay, it's too late. The time they picked was deliberately done just to punish us, and I am not getting up at 2 o'clock in the morning. So do not count on me. Or they made it purposely just to kill us. They made it for like 3 a.m. And we're going to have very low participation, which is going to suck. We'll probably only have like 20 to 30 members on, maybe 40, and we're going to get whipped. Okay, so here's what you do. You want to set your clock, set your alarm, just jump up, or maybe don't even jump up, just sit up in bed, put your troops into the castle, okay, and then go back to sleep. This only takes you about, 30 seconds to put your troops in the castle and go back to bed. Pretty easy, okay? So tip number one, kind of simple there, but you would be surprised how much of an effect this has when we've got like 11 people sitting in the castle. Somebody's at the hospital with their mom right now. Another person was injured this week. He had 5 or 6 ribs broken, one of our guys that we love. And I'm not going to mention the names of people because it's their private lives, but things happen. We have had people at weddings and stuff. And so, yeah, if you have 11 people in the castle and they're all actually asleep and in bed, I mean, that's great. Okay, it really is a big help. So if you're a new player like me, I highly recommend this. Let's jump into tip number 2. I'm going to erase that stuff for you there. Tip number 2, secret teleport, return to base. This is a great one when you first get started and you're coming out here and you get going. Let's say you're moving over there, okay? And you may see a feature that says return to base. It may show up for you as a small rectangle, and it may also have a warning that you can only use this once. Okay, so it'll show up for you, and it's like a secret teleport. I know that it really isn't. Okay, I understand, guys, that it's not really like that. Okay, but it'll show up for you, and And so let's say, you went into Elite Wars and you're in there playing, okay? And looks like, yeah, we have a battle coming up here. It looks like Christmas Day. Hate to date myself, but it's going to come up. But you'll see it, and when it does, I want you to be aware of the fact that you can use that once. It's going to be like a rectangular box like this, and it's going to have a little feature that says return to base, okay? If you click on that thing, you are going to fly all the way back to, your headquarters, all the way back to the main castle. All right, so be aware of that. And I think actually today during Elite Wars, I hit it by accident like an idiot. I didn't realize that I touched it with my finger, but yeah, I screwed up, and that's what it did. I was like down here at a castle, and I think, and what happened was it shot me back. Okay, I flew back. And don't forget, all of our shows are available for you in about 100 languages. So just down at the bottom, if you would, click on the cogwheel and change that thing over, to your language, if it helps you to understand what I'm saying, to see it written. Click on that little cogwheel down at the bottom, okay, and change that over to your language. That'll be a huge help to you following along with me, in case you're not a perfect English speaker. Just if you see it there in Urdu, or if you see it in French or German or Portuguese or Arabic, it'll be a huge help for you. So the return to base feature is pretty crazy, and I'm not sure if that's only for R4 and R5 only, but I call it like a secret teleport onto number 3. Let's take a look at number 3. Attend battles with several speed ups to shock the enemy. I learned today from Overwhelming from OVG. They said, the 25% kind of suck. And you know what? I'm almost thinking, from what I've learned in OVG today, that I'm going to stop buying 25% speed ups. I'm almost kind of sort of thinking that they really do suck, because you have to hit them so many times to get any kind of reaction out of, So I'm gonna go on ahead and say that today, guys. I'm going to mention that as a possibility, okay? That maybe they really do suck. All right, so let's just put a big X through 25% speed ups. So let's partake in these battles with as many 50% speed ups as you can. And I know that I've had a lot of hits on my videos, several hundred, So this is my latest updated video. I'm now saying attend with as many 50% speed ups as you can. If you've got about 24 on file, it's nice. Okay, 24, 50% speed ups. And this is going to let you shoot around the battlefield like lightning. And we had a guy do that one day. Bakum, he ran all the way across the battlefield in literally 4 seconds. And he was using the 50% speed ups. And yeah, I mean, he made it to the enemy castle in about 4, maybe 5 seconds. And it was hilarious, okay? Once you get in there, you start a battle. We'll talk about this a little bit later. Nobody else can get in. So he started battling, and that's what he did. He used like 2 50% speed ups and then 3 in between each castle as he ran over there, okay? Maybe it was about 2 here. So 2, 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 50% speed ups is what he used, okay, to get over there. And you know what? That battle, I think, honestly, at about the 10-second mark, was over. It was so funny, and everybody was like, bro, what's going on? I didn't even get a chance to get in yet. I was just coming in, and how is it possible that the battle's over? I just was coming in. Or people were saying, I can't get in. I'm trying to get in. The system won't let me in. It was because the battle was over. Okay? Because the battle was over. It literally was that funny. So I'm gonna call it today. Let's make sure that we attend as many of these as we can with 50% speed ups, okay? Let's make sure you have as many of those as you possibly can. 50% speed ups. Number 4, if you want to know some really, really cool tips, okay? Number 4, be aware of the fact that if it becomes impossible for us to beat them at their castle, and we've attacked them several times, then we're going to have to win by controlling more castles than they do. Okay, so this is going to be critical, and I did not know this for about the first 2 months of playing War and Order. I did not know this. This was amazing. And you know what? Several other players have mentioned it to me, like they didn't know either. So here's what happened. I noticed one day we were coming out, okay, and I'll make always blue from us, okay? So we were coming out, we went all the way across, huge forces, and we attacked them, and we lost, okay? So then we came out a second time, we had a lot of players on, okay, and we come up this way, and we sat here and let people catch up, okay? They were coming up, they caught up, everybody came in, a couple from up here, a couple more people who were slow, and we did. We had, I think, like 51 players. Excuse me. 51. And we went in, and that's right, we lost again. Quick drink of some green tea there. We lost again. Boy, did that suck. So then what happens is you realize that there's no way you're going to do this. Okay? You've got to realize that. And you're going to watch the enemy try the same thing. If and when this happens to you, and they attack, and maybe they have like 49, okay? And they try and hit you, and they lose. They can't beat you. And then you watch them come out again, okay? The clock is ticking down. And they attack again. This time they have like 53, and you're scared, and they lose again, okay? What I'm talking about here with number 4, you may have to win by having more castles than that, okay? And this is something I never, ever knew until about 2 months of playing this game. And here's what's going to happen. You're going to be watching the score up here in the top left corner. I never knew this. And you'd be surprised how many members are asking, hey, what happens now? Hey, what are we going to do now? Hey, what are we supposed to do? This is crazy. What's going to happen? What's going to happen is you're going to lose if you don't understand how this works. That's what's going to happen. Okay? You will lose. So look at the score up here. Maybe you've got 8 castles. Okay, you've got somebody sitting here, somebody here, right there. There's a bunch of people here. And every time you're in a castle, a flag comes up. If you leave that castle, the flag goes down. Okay? All right, so even if you only have one person in there, which is a good idea to spread out, okay? It's time to spread out. Hey, let's send one person up here. Go up there, sit in that castle, and put a flag up, man. We've got 5 now. Same thing. Get somebody out of there, okay? Get in that castle. Okay, we want to get up to like 8 castles. Start spreading out, man, okay? That's what's going to happen. Every time a flag goes up, got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One more dude. Okay. Well, if I go up there, I won't be in this castle anymore. Okay, that's okay. Don't worry about that. We're going to send one more person into there. Now we've got 8. Okay. How many do they have? You're looking at them. You need to be looking at them. You need to be looking at them. All right. They've got 1, 2. And don't forget, you're watching this clock. Watch the clock. It's going down. It's down to like 8 minutes. Woo. Okay, it's going down tremendously. Oh my gosh. They only have two castles. We're definitely going to win. Okay, we're definitely going to win. They've only got 2. 8-2. Who wins? Okay, just like in football, just like in soccer. Who wins? Yeah. Okay. All right, so now let's keep your eye on them. Oh my gosh, here they go. They're coming out, guys. Okay, they've got 4 castles. They've got 5 now. It's okay. Don't worry, bro. Don't worry. Even though there's only 3 minutes left, we're okay. They've only got 5 castles. All right, so it's 8-5. We're going to win. There's only 3 minutes left. Okay. Oh my gosh, bro. No, 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 no. No, they're on the move, okay? They just picked up another castle and another one. This is not cool. Okay? It's now 8-7. Okay? And guess what's going to happen? You know what's going to happen. Okay? They're going to make a run for the border. They're going to challenge you. Okay? So let's say it's 8-7. Make that 7 a little bit better. I never said I was good at drawing. Okay? I'll make that 7 a little bit better. Okay, 8-7. They're gonna do a mad rush as this clock winds down. Let's say this clock has wound down now. It's actually 52 seconds left. Okay, they're gonna crush it like this. And here's what's gonna happen mathematically: if they win here and they change that flag to their flag, that means they go up 1. That's right, they go up to 8 now. And guess what happens to you? Since you lost 1, you are going to go down to 7. You lost. It's 8-7. And you're going to watch this clock. It's not 52 seconds left anymore. It's 11 seconds left. You're going to watch it, and people are going to be freaking out. They're going to be like, bro, there's 10 seconds left. They're going to be freaking out. Bro, there's 9 seconds left. I mean, we're going to lose. It's we only have 7 castles anymore. Bro, it's 8 seconds left. What are we going to do? Somebody do. We only have 7 castles. We're going to lose. They have 8. 8-7. We lose. Okay? So something is going to have to be done. And this is what is going to happen with rule number 4. Be aware of the fact that if it becomes impossible, to win by attacking each other's castles, it's going to come down to the ultimate ending score. That's what it's going to come down to, and it's going to suck. And you're going to learn the hard way. Though I wish somebody over the 2-month period had taught me this, had showed me this, okay? Item number 5. The commander must turn on the silence button at the beginning of Elite Wars. There's too much talk down here in this chat box, gang, okay? Way too much talk, and then you actually will experience people telling the commander what to do. You're stupid, shut up, I would have done this. What we really need to do when I teach you something, the commander has to turn this off. And the commander has a choice. In Assassin Warlords, we have only R4 and R5 who speak. Okay? Only R4 and R5. Okay? But one thing I noticed today in OVG, they turn everything off. Everybody is muted except for the commander, okay? And so that's the only person talking. And it's a little bit easier, to tell you the truth. It's a little bit easier if you have a good commander. It's a little bit easier to follow along down here as to where you're supposed to be going next and what you're supposed to be doing. It's a little bit easier. So you may decide that the commanders are going to be using the muted feature, mute all. Okay, mute all. All right, you may decide that that is better for you guys. Item number 6, let's move into it now. Item number 6, members caught running around the battlefield conducting their own private war who violate all military standards of every army in the world and refuse to follow orders will be ejected. Okay, this can get so annoying for you in your alliance that you may threaten people with, like I have mentioned to people, I'm going to leave Elite Wars in the middle of Elite Wars. I'm going to go out to the Alliance, okay, as an R4, and I'm going to actually eject you out of the Alliance in the middle of Elite Wars. You're going to see yourself disappear from the battlefield, okay? And you're going to be wondering what happened. Maybe the game crashed, and you're going to go back and check later and realize, oh my gosh, I guess during Elite Wars, I was thrown out of the Alliance, okay? Because it's crazy. It's crazy, guys. You can't be doing all this crazy, insulting, denigrating stuff to your commander, running all around the battlefield amok, engaging in your own private little wars, okay? And the whole time down here, they're telling you to stop what you're doing. stop it, stop, return to castle number 6, and you're just doing whatever you feel like doing. Okay, you're just doing whatever you feel like doing. Well, it's insulting. Okay, and honestly, it contributes to ruining the game, ruining the alliance. And honestly, guys, sometimes people wonder to themselves, like, what are you doing? Are you actually here as an enemy spy, that was sent here from another alliance to like destroy our alliance? Because nobody would have this type of behavior. All right, nobody would do this who doesn't listen in any kind of group. I don't care if it's, sorry about that, I can't spell. I don't care if it's in a business group, if it's in a church group, if it's in a mosque group, a synagogue group, a temple group. It wouldn't matter where it is. You're not supposed to be running all around, and God forbid, Allah forbid, okay? Do not evacuate and run away in the middle of a huge battle and run out of the castle because you're afraid, when the commander is clearly saying that we are to hold right now in castle 12, hold in castle 12, and as the enemy approaches, you run out and retreat. Don't do that, because you're going to get kicked out of the alliance also. Okay, it's not cool. It's definitely not funny. Okay, so item number 6, do not get caught running around the battlefield like a nut. Okay, it's not good. It's not good. Item number 7, let me share with you right now. Very important, always turn on and activate VIP. Okay, if you have VIP 7 or higher, it'll be a huge help, to have you turn that on. And so please turn on VIP. It'll be a big help. You get, a 5% attack bonus. VIP, turn it on. And VIP is easy to find. It took me about 40 days to find VIP. I did not know with my finger up here that if I clicked on VIP, I didn't know, guys. Okay? And I don't see a whole lot of people talking about this. Things that they didn't know, that nobody showed them, or that they personally feel silly, in the fact that they didn't know about this. But that's where you find VIP. It's up there right here. Okay, so just click on VIP, and yeah, look right there. Okay, like I said, you're getting some bonuses. One that's really important, of course, is going to help a lot. Your attack boost 5%, because you can bone up, you can add up for Elite Wars. Okay, you could have multiple 5% from your castle decoration, 5% attack boost from VIP. Okay, this will help you a lot. So turn on VIP if you have it. Also, we have down there across the bottom, besides VIP, activate extra HP. All right. So you're going to go into your pack, and right there in the war tab, you've got the capability to add HP bonus here. All right. And so you either buy these in your store of your alliance or buy them online. You can add HP, you can add attack. Okay. And yes, you can add army expansion. All right. So, today's battle, that's exactly what I did. I went in there. I actually had one. I didn't need to shop for it. But if you shop under the war tab, you can get army expansion. See, it's right there. Okay. Either a 2-hour or an 8-hour. And honestly, the 2-hour is certainly going to be enough for Elite Wars. But if afterwards your alliance is going to do some attacks or some other thing, then maybe the 8-hour is better for you. A lot of times when there's a lot of people on, they want to get a lot of business done real quick. Today we did territory defense, and then we did Elite Wars right after it. We knocked both of them out. So in that case, the 8-hour might be better for you. All right, I'll just say that. But you do have the capability there to turn a few things on. And where to find, it took me about 50 days to figure out where to find my castle. Okay, here is my castle, but look at the decoration. Okay, go in there and you see the decoration. There is an attack boost. Now, you'll only be able to use this once to turn it on, but a lot of your castle decorations come with an extra 5%. Okay? So, depending on how much you want to win, this may be the time to use it. Since you can only use it once, it may be the time to use it. A lot of the different ones, when you're looking at them, they're going to have 5%. The Fire Dragon Castle is very popular. And again, you're stacking up all of these extra bonuses. Okay, you can rack and stack all these bonuses. I got 5 there. I got 5 on VIP. You can rack and stack a lot of these bonuses up. And let's help a few people out here. Let's say you're interested in, you're going to go in and activate, in here, one of your skills. There's a 10% army expansion skill in there. That's pretty easy to get as well, as long as you have your Lord skills switched over. If you've got them switched over to military, to war, it's pretty easy down here to get the extra 10% of the army expansion. 10%. It's going to be right here, fast expansion. It's not hard to get to this one. Okay, so if you activate that, that's going to give you an extra 10% army expansion. And then, of course, we had the 5% attack bonus, and I showed you how to get another 5% attack bonus from your castle decoration. This one we got from VIP. Okay, we got 5, and then we got another 5 from our castle. So I want to be clear here. And for people that are old-time players, been playing 5 years, they're going to be like, you know what? I watched this guy's thing, and I only picked up like 1 tip. Okay, all right. But other people are telling me, hey, bro, you're like showing with all this drawing and stuff. We've watched a lot of people, you're showing like 6, 7, 8 tips that I picked up by drawing with your digital pen. 6, 7, 8 tips. I get the fan mail, I get the letters. Okay, so here, of course, we just cranked up on the attack bonus 10%. All right, and then maybe we added in a couple more things. Remember, I showed you how to get 15 to 25% attack bonus to add them on too. So if we add that in, another let's say we have a big one, another 25. My goodness gracious, we're hitting here like 35% now. Okay, I'll just put a little dot down. We're hitting like 35%. Okay, and yeah, it's a lot, man. I got so many bonuses I can't even fit it in. Okay. So we're hitting like 35% down there. All right, let me turn off that scroller and show you how I got to like 35%, so you can see the full screen. 35%. Okay, we had VIP, we had 5% castle, and another 25% down there that we got. Just from, remember we went into our pack and we selected war. Okay. And so in the war, we added there some more attack bonus. Okay, here's 15%. All right, but there are ones when you're up there shopping, and you'll notice in shopping, there are ones that are as high as like 35%. Okay, you'll see different bonuses. Woo, 25% right there. Okay, army expansion 25%. You'll notice different bonuses of the 30%. Okay, how about that, huh? You'll notice different bonuses as you're shopping around, and the further down you go, you're going to see like even higher expansion 30%. There's that attack bonus 25%. That's the one I just was telling you about. It. There it is. Okay, so you've got HP 25%, attack 25%. Army expansion 30, then maybe you added another 10%, using your Lord skill, and army expansion is now at 40%. this stuff can get pretty crazy, right? Okay. I just want you to know about these. Make sure I put that scroller back on for you. Activate VIP. Activate your extra hit points. Increase your army size. Increase your attack. And turn on that 5% castle decoration. Update your phone or tablet. Update the game at the beginning with the Fix Now button up in the top left. Okay. And get onto a 5 gigahertz network if you can. Go sit in that room where your router is and try to get off of the 2.4 gigahertz network. It's not worth it, okay? If you want split second, gaming decisions at a hair trigger, try to get onto a 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi network, okay? It's going to be split second hair trigger, activity. And we had a guy today, he told me, he's like, my internet, the Wi-Fi was cranking out. I was so frustrated, bro. So frustrated. Okay, it was cranking out. Let's go into number 8. I know everybody's time's precious. Be careful. If you go back to the main castle, I see a lot of people do this. I see a lot of commanders do this. Okay, it's amazing. We're out here having a major battle. Okay, and let's say here they come. Come on out. Huge clash here. Huge clash, okay? And a whole bunch of people die. All right, so they win and they put their flag up. All right, yeah, it sucks, okay? And what happens to all of our troops? They of course all go back, okay? So they all go back. And how is it possible that I'm watching of 51 units on the battlefield today? How is it possible that in 3 seconds, okay, that I see all of these people come charging back out of the castle? Okay, very rarely is it possible at all, only for like level 28, level 30 players. Here they come back out, okay? And you know what that tells me? That tells me they don't know about number 8, okay? They don't know about number 8. And so number 8 says, you have to heal while you're in here, okay? Make sure that you heal. And not only that, number 8 says that after you heal, you've got to make sure, so my army, heal, you've got to use speed ups, guys. Okay, you've got to use the speed ups to speed up your healing. Once your troops are fully healed, your best troops that you own, in my case, they're T10s, the best troops that you own, then somewhere around the 6 to 10 second mark, you come back out, okay? And you come across the battlefield with your best, most powerful army, okay? So you've got to do that. You have to do my army, select my army, select heal, okay? And then you've got to use speed ups to speed up the healing. And here's the problem. People are coming running back out onto the battlefield. They're using their second tier troops, their third tier troops, because they never used any speed ups to heal, all the way 100%. So when they come back out, they have shabby armies and shabby troops, and you'll have a brand new battle here, and everybody's wondering, like, things are even getting worse. What is happening now? What's happening is idiots who are running out onto the battlefield, okay, who don't know what they're doing. As soon as they get sent back, they're not healing. They're just running right back out again, okay? So number 8, be very careful. If you do go back, be very careful. Make sure you select my army, heal, and then speed up all that healing, and then fill army, okay? Only then you want to come back out onto the battlefield with, your very best troops, okay? So, yeah, my army, heal, speed ups, and then fill army. Let's move on, guys, to number 9. Okay, number 9, be cunning and sly, be cunning and sly. It is possible to be cunning and sly. I was watching it today. Our commander had all of our troops in a castle, and he said, I want everyone to move forward and attack. And let's just say he said at 44:20. So when the clock runs down to 44:20, exactly at that moment, all 51 players should come charging out exactly at that moment and attack. And down here, he was saying, go, 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 go. And you know what? There were a couple of people who were asleep, and they were a few seconds late. And because the enemy was charging at us and attacking us, they got stuck in the castle. They got caught. And regrettably, there was only one guy in there left who was asleep. So he got slammed with some, looked like about 40 troops that were moving in. Okay. 40 against 1. He was destroyed and killed immediately. All of our troops had rushed by, and we took this castle immediately. And then that's what he did. He said, attack now, immediately. Before that one guy, he obviously was dead. He got sent back to the main castle right away. Okay, and these 40 troops who were now in here, okay, and they raised their flag. It was too late for them because our commander had already said, as soon as we landed here and we got this castle, he said very, very, very quickly, attack now. Everybody now. Everybody right now. Okay, and we went in and we blew out their castle. Okay, so be sly and cunning. This is what he was doing. He was being sly and cunning. He was not going to sit here and wait for them to attack us. He was not going to sit here, guys, and wait for them to attack us. He saw that here they were. They were coming down the road, getting ready to attack us. Okay, and he was cunning and sly. He said, let's go right now. Okay. And I want to run right past them as they're on their way to attack us. And if you want to, when you do something like that, it is possible. If you want to, you can actually wave to people right as you're going by, right as the two of you are going by each other. Okay. Similarly, you can also use this tactic. Let me just erase it here. There may be a situation where you were asked to defend down here, and maybe that's you. You're just one person down there, and you can see, like there's one of theirs over here. Okay, and that one person runs to start to attack you. Now the signal is going to be, as soon as you see them do that, here's the signal that you're waiting for. Okay. As soon as you see them do that, if you see them come out of this castle against you, and when they do, that flag disappears, it disappears. You know that there's nobody in that castle, because remember I told you there has to be someone in the castle, so you know this is the only person. Do you need to sit there? Maybe you just looked at their castle and you saw how big they were. Okay, maybe they have 160,000 troops. Okay, and you know that you've only got, like, in your castle, you've only got like 98,000 in your army. Okay, so do you need to sit there and take it? Okay, do you need to get crushed and sent all the way back dead? No, you don't. You don't need to sit there and take it. Okay, what can you do? You could be sly and cunning. You could ride right by them and just take this castle. Okay, and no matter what they do, if they now they come chasing back for you. Okay, you've got a couple of options. You can be sly and cunning. You don't need to sit around and take it and die. You could run up here, drive them crazy. Okay, you could have ran over here, drive them crazy. You can be insane. You can run right past them again and retake this castle down here. Maybe that's your job. Maybe your commander said, look, the whole time, what I want you to do is you're called my interloper. Your job is to do nothing but drive people insane and tie up their resources. I want you to avoid being killed and do nothing but running around and avoiding them as much as you can to tie up their resources, threaten and scare them. That's your whole job. Is that a tactic? It's a great tactic. Okay. Do you need to sit around and be attacked and crushed? No, you don't. All right. Let's move on to number 10 quickly. Be aware of the secret coding in this game on this particular platform from Camel Games. I mentioned this at the beginning when I told you a story about Bacham, who came running out one day, and in about 6 seconds, what did I say? He used like 18 speed ups. As soon as they started, okay? As soon as we started, and he put their castle under attack. All right. So he beat, there was only two units that had actually come in yet. The game was just starting. Elite Wars was just starting. There was only like one enemy unit came in, a second enemy unit came in. As soon as they realized that, they're like, how can the castle be under attack already? Well, I told you how Bacham used like 18 speed ups, ran across, and put their castle under attack. The secret code I want to warn you about in here, if a castle is under attack, beware. If a castle is under attack, okay, no one on their side is allowed in, okay? They cannot get in, okay? So this is a devious trick. You can use this trick at the beginning. It's pretty funny, okay? Or I want to tell you about another trick. Sometimes people will lock your castle out. I've seen them do this, okay? They will send over like about 8 units to sit outside your castle. Okay, they'll just sit there and they'll put the flag up. You'll see it go up. It's like 8 units just sitting there. And you know what they do? While everyone is out here battling, you know, the commander's like, hey, keep an eye on them. Okay, keep an eye on them. We've got 15 people in our main castle on defense. Okay, so let me just do that. We've got 15 people in our main castle. Okay, so I just want those 15 people to sit there. Keep an eye on them. Okay, yeah, we're doing it, boss. We're doing a great job. Good. Because we're out here and we're getting ready to do a multi-pronged attack. Okay. And they've got some huge numbers of troops out here, and we're getting ready to attack them. And this is going to be a big thing for us. So you guys, you know, you do a good job. You keep your eye on things out there, okay? Okay, so here's the problem with that. Let me just tell you, here's what the problem is with that. They're going to do another little trick with this code, all right? And let me show you, you know, what they've got planned for you. They've got another trick. They're gonna send one unit in like every minute. They're just gonna send one unit in to put your castle under attack, and they'll probably wait for you to start your attack. Okay? They'll probably wait for you to start your attack. And they may have this balanced in a certain way to where maybe they've got like, say, 19 units in here, and over here they've got 31. They may do this to you, and as the attacks begin and stuff, and people are dying, they're probably more so going to die up here. If you haven't scouted to see that they've got 31 and 19, let's say people are dying, they're being sent back. Okay? They are dying and they're sent back. And remember now, about every 1 minute, they're sending in another unit to constantly keep this castle under attack. They know about this code. Okay? Every minute, they send in another one to constantly keep this castle under attack. Okay? They've got, remember they had eight troops here, 8 units. They're going to keep this castle locked down for at least 8 to 10 minutes. And what happens, what did I tell you, when a castle is under attack, okay, no troops are allowed to fill army. This is a secret code mechanism in this game. No troops are allowed to come in. So what is going to start happening? You're going to have massive complaints from people in your alliance saying, yeah, after we had a couple of guys from that battle and a couple of gals, they were being sent back. They were outside. They were trying to heal. They did heal. They did everything that we were told to do. They filled army. They healed. They used speed ups. But we were out there. We had like 8 people sitting outside who couldn't get in because this castle was constantly under attack. About every 1 minute, they would send another troop in from here to constantly keep our castle under attack. Do you realize after like 7 minutes that this was up to 18 people who were trapped outside? They were locked out of their own castle. Do you realize that at the 10-minute mark that we had 28 people over here who were locked out trying to get in? They couldn't get in. They couldn't get in. They were outside. They couldn't get in because these guys kept sending like 1 unit in to attack our castle, to keep the castle constantly under attack. Okay? This is a regretful hidden element of the code in this game that I want you to know about. Let's move on to number 11, the timed attack. Okay? Number 11, perfectly timed attacks. Your commander is going to progressively get more and more pissed off when you see this dumb level of troops, okay, marching, and there's like 15 seconds from the time he says begin the attack, okay, and you'll see it down here. It'll say, you know, Castle 12 to Castle 14. And it may even say like at, sometimes the commander will put at, okay, 44, let's say 4425. You'll see that come up in the chat, okay? And I'm going to move this screen so you can see that. I want everybody to be able to see that. Let me get this screen out of your way. You've got to be able to see this. So it'll say down there in the chat, C12 to C14 at 4425. Okay? You need to be looking up here at the clock. Okay? Up here at the clock. Be looking at this clock. Right now it's 4431. He said at 4425. Okay, at 4425. And part of my drawing, I never said I was an expert drawer. He said at 4425 to attack. Okay? So when this clock changes, and I do mean at 4425, not 4424. Okay, and I'm not trying to be a hard ass or a hard nose or anything. And I'm gonna tell you, not at 4424. I said not at 4424. Okay, I said at 4425. Let me tell you why. Because as these troops start to come out of here, and you see them all on the horses coming out, okay, and they've all got their lances pointed into the air, and you see them coming out. If the stretch here is super long, gang, it's not good. If this stretch from here to the time the first troop arrives, if this is 15 seconds long, it weakens the entry point of the battle here. It weakens the whole forces at the battle. Okay? So that's why you don't want to have this. It's embarrassing and ridiculous. You don't want to have this, okay? What you want to have is you want to see all those lances and horses. Let me draw it for you again. You want to see them like compact, really tight here, about this big, to where the spread is like 3 seconds, okay? So that when, you know, a commander says a Castle 12 to Castle 14 at 4425, and you're looking at the clock and it's 4431, it's counting down 4430, 4429, 4428, 27, 26. When that thing hits 4425, you need to click attack Okay, which means you're going to obviously have brought up, and don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to click on this castle, bring up, the targeting information. It brings up several different things you can do. Okay, bring it up, have it on screen, and the one that says attack over here, it's right here. This one is going to say attack. Okay, have it sitting open. You can actually do this. A lot of people have asked me, can I? Yes, have it open. You can have it open so that when you go to click with your mouse, okay, and you're watching this clock and it's 44:26, and you see that sucker turn to, I'm trying to turn you into a really good weapon here today, okay? You see that thing turn to 44:25 at that exact second, click on attack. Have the command module open, okay, with your choices. And be looking at the one to the right here that says attack. Have it open so that when you see that clock change from 44:26 to 44:25, click immediately on that, okay? Immediately on that thing. Click on that thing immediately, because that's what we want to see, okay? We want to see huge, very tight formation of 40 to 50 to 60 troops, very tight, okay? Within 1 to 3 seconds, okay? The preference, the dream would be that everybody's within 1 second of each other. And when you're fighting really, really good troops and really, really good enemies, you're going to see such a tight formation. It's going to be this tight. It may be instantaneously. It may all be that you're looking at it and it's like, I can't believe how good these guys are. First of all, they've got 80 people on the battlefield. And I was looking at how tight they were on their attack. It's unbelievable, but it was 1 second. Everybody was within 1 second. Okay? That's how you're going to know. And you're going to see that unit move. It's going to be unbelievable. When that unit moves, it's moving within 1 second, closer and closer to attack the castle. You're going to watch it. It's moving closer. When it hits the castle, it hits it with 80 people at 1 second. They're all within 1 second of their departure, and they will crush the enemy. Okay? This is really important. Don't be like a straggler, all the way back here. I mean, I know it happens to the best of us, and it obviously happens to me because I suck as much as the next person. But be aware of what is happening and why this is this important. Okay? We even had a huge argument one day in Assassin Warlords with Bullet. He was making a good point, actually. He was saying, like, the distance here from people attacking out of this castle, it's a little bit further than the main force that was here. So maybe at the last second, if you're running along with like 3 guys and here is the main force coming in, and this thing has, like say 50 in it, maybe those 3 guys up here are going to need to hit a speed up to get in there at the same time. Okay? This is really, really, really important. The timed exit. I cannot begin to tell you how much you need to work on this. I'm going to bring it back up again. Number 11, the timed exit. Just to reemphasize the timed exit. It's really important, gang. Okay? This method of attack is very important for all players to know about. All right? And that's my 11 for you, my 11 tips today. Hope that this has helped you a lot. Sorry if it was a long one. Didn't try to make it a long one. I wasn't trying to turn it into a long one. But this is like super important stuff, and I have not seen any videos out there where anybody is taking the time to do this like this with drawings like I am. This has been a long project for me, getting these drawings to show up. to where people can follow along with the drawings and see what is going on, okay? And if you have any questions about my castle or about what I'm doing, or any questions at all, please just ask me at any time, okay? I'm always more than happy to jump in there. And if you have a suggestion for a video, just let me know. I'm more than happy to jump in there, okay, and help out. Do a whole video about a subject matter if you would like me to. And I'm going to go doing some collecting in my lowlands here in a second. Right now, today, I'm running a Castle 26, and I do have some guests who trust me, and look forward to me protecting them. And so, yeah, I've got about 300,000 troops visiting me, and so, yeah, I'm a big fan of doing that. Also, if you'd like to download the Windows version of War and Order, please do it. It's a lot of fun. Here you can see I have the Windows version full screen. I'll make it a little bit larger for you there. The Windows version of War and Order. It is pretty neat, and you really get to see a lot more very easily than you normally might be able to see. Okay, so I find this version to be super helpful, and I could just say check it out yourself if you would like to. The Windows version is pretty cool. Thanks so much for joining us. I hope that this helped a lot. The drawings, the arrows. Again, I wasn't trying to make this show long, but I've never seen anybody use a digital pen like I do to really show people how to find stuff exactly where you're talking about. Click on what, the translation sometimes, click here, click there, click this. I just still don't understand, Marty. A lot of people tell me. And so I really wanted to take the time to make this helpful for you. Thank you for supporting us also on the Presents Television Network. We really appreciate you, and have a good one. I'll see you next time for the next show.